miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
Good evening, everybody. It's Mark Klein hanging out with you. Welcome to another Long Island Blues warehouse at the world-renowned EKO Studios, Deer Park, New York. Thanks for joining us. You checking us out at liblues.com or on YouTube, and, of course, at ekoproductions.com. Those are the areas you can always go to check out this show, The Blues Warehouse. We thank you so much for that. I'll tell you what, every week I love bringing in all these great bands. About, 80% of what we do is Long Island-based, and the players on Long Island like no other part of the world. Wouldn't you agree, Ralph? Amazing talent Long Island has to offer. That doesn't change tonight. The band this week started back in the mid-'90s, doing all sorts of crazy things, from parts of movie soundtracks to the biggest jams on Long Island these guys used to run back in the 90s, to a little bit of a hiatus to back in action, as you're going to see tonight. This week's featured artist on the stage with us right now, Cadillac Moon.
Market. You need fish, go to the sea. You need love, don't go no further. You wanna come on home to me. I got to love somebody. I wanna love somebody. I got to love somebody. Somebody gonna love me. You need grits, go to the grocery. You need bread, try the bakery. You need love, look for me, baby. And just come on home to me. I got to love somebody. I wanna love somebody. I'm gonna love somebody. Hey, somebody gonna love me. anchor. Gonna need honey, go to the beach. Gonna need love, don't go no further. You're gonna come on home to me. I got to love somebody. I wanna love somebody. I got to love somebody. Hey, somebody gonna love me.
Oh, yeah. This week's featured artist, Cadillac Moon, Long Island's own Al Santoriello.
How you doing, Mark?
Nicely done, my man.
Thank you.
That sounded to me like a bit of Muddy Waters.
Exactly.
What was the name of the piece again?
It's called Go No Further.
Very cool, man. Very cool. Good way to come out of the gate. Very strong.
I love Muddy. I love Muddy.
You always did. You and me both, my man. You and me both. And I'm glad you started the show that way. Welcome, man. It's good to have you in here.
It's great to be here, man.
Last time you did my show, let me think, it was the BAB days back in, it's got to be the mid-'90s.
And it was with Cadillac Moon.
Well, it was just you and Al. I mean, you and Mike, acoustically, which I still play some of those tracks today that you're going to play with the full band later, which I'm excited about. Show Me Your Tattoo, Long Island Iced Tea, unplugged acoustically. Like the first time you guys ever did that, I still play that version today. And I got a lot of great response to it. So looking forward to hearing the whole version later. Just a great job, my man. A tremendous, tremendous contributor to music. Let me start with you. You're involved in a few other things around the island. You're a part of the Paper Bag Show that takes place every year at Mulcahy's.
That's right.
The world's largest 70-plus piece band.
A big party like Christmas Eve for Long Island musicians.
It's Mulcahy's like busiest night of the year with no advertising, all word of mouth.
That's
And the
right.
place is ridiculously packed every year.
Yeah,
when
we
you guys
try to avoid the general public, you know.
You have to. You have to. Another project you're involved in, Little Wilson.
For 32 and a half years.
32 and a half years. That's unbelievable. I can't
Yeah,
believe
same
you-
guys, too.
I can't believe you're old enough to be in a project that's lasted that long.
Well, I started it when I was 8 years old.
I was
so,
going to
you
say
know,
six.
yes, yeah.
I was going to say six. Tremendous job, my man. Tremendous job. You were one of the beginning guys in the Cadillac Moon. I know you weren't an original founding member, but you started in this project when it began in the early days.
I guess when we started to play more frequently, let's say, rather than like once a month or something like that, we started working, you know, several times every week. And I always thought it was amazing that we could go to places on Long Island that were well known for having cover bands and play all original music, nothing but original music, except for a couple of blues tunes, you know, the entire night, and be very well received. It was amazing to me that we got away with that. No.
You fooled them again. Just massive contributors to live music on the island back in those early days. And the jam, you guys used to run the biggest jam at the time on Long Island at the old Arizona 2 on 109 in Farmingdale.
Yeah.
And musicians from all over the island, from East and West End Long Island, would come out to this thing. The list to sign in to play would be hours long. And this thing would go to wee hour. You'd start, I think, 8 o'clock at night on a Sunday, if I remember. Maybe earlier? 7, 8 o'clock, if I remember.
You know, it's so hard to remember that.
And it went till 2, 3, sometimes 4 in the morning occasionally on a Sunday night.
Yeah, no, it was a great scene. And we had some really good players come down. Speaking of Muddy, we had one of his harmonica players. Was it Paul Osher?
The very first white man to ever play with Muddy Waters was Paul Osher.
Right. Except he didn't play harmonica that night.
What did he do that night?
He played slide guitar, and he played just like Muddy. He played exactly like Muddy. It was still great, but I was a little disappointed that he wouldn't play harmonica.
I remember being there that night vaguely, but a bit of a blur. I remember him being there, being on stage. I don't remember what he played. He's very versatile. He plays a lot of instruments. Another cool guy that came down to that jam, if I remember right, the old lyricist for Cream, Pete Brown.
Oh, we were just talking about that, right?
He came to that same jam.
The same night?
The same night.
I think they might have come together, actually.
Wait a minute. That was another night he came with Mick Jagger's brother, Chris.
Oh, yeah,
They
right.
came because they did our show over at BAB. Then we brought him over to the jam.
Okay, so it was all your fault.
It was my fault.
I see. All right, well, we'll get you for that later.
You got to blame somebody. Might as well be me. That was a very long-running jam you boys were responsible
It was
for.
on Sundays.
Every Sunday
yeah,
at the old
right.
Arizona, too. And what a tremendous jam you boys had.
What was the sound man's name, Mike?
Butch. Butch Butchiano. And I'm glad you hooked me up with some studio CDs tonight, because the only Cadillac Moon stuff I've been able to play over the years were some of those Butch recordings, those live recordings from you guys at the Arizona. And I get some great response to those live recordings, man. I mean, that's my thing, live music anyway.
You know, one of our songs we actually wrote, well, I guess...
in the Arizona.
Well, we laid the foundation, I guess, for Show Me Your Tattoo, just like off the top of my head, and Rich Campbell's, well, I don't want to say. No, no, but I said, let's play like a funky blues, Rich, and he said, okay, but you have to do it about Show Me Your Tattoo. And I said, what were you doing during the break? No, but...
So that was his fault.
Well, yeah, and I just made up a song right on the spot, Show Me Your Tattoo.
Which turned out to be a strong signature piece for Cadillac Moon.
We'll be playing that later, I guess.
You are, and I'm looking forward to it. I say we keep the music happening. Let's jump into another tune. We'll come back and chat more with you boys a bit later. What are we going to do next, Al?
We're going to do In the Kitchen with Rosie, which is the title track from our second CD.
You good to go?
Certainly are.
Once again, on the Long Island Blues Warehouse, we are going to keep it moving with Cadillac Moon.
Your appetite and needing satisfaction. This place I know for you to go and get some gratification. Hop a bus or take a train if you got no car, start a kitchen. But don't waste 1 minute, man. Get down to Rosie's kitchen. Air spice is so nice. She's got them butter scones. My tip, a French dip, making meat top off the bone. And where's Fred? Making bread in the kitchen with Rosie. Where's Pete? How to meet in the kitchen with Rosie. Where's Lou? Getting stew in the kitchen with Rosie. Twitching, scratch your itching, do some cooking in the kitchen with Rosie. In the kitchen with Rosie. Oh yeah. Her recipe is bound to please, of that there's no denying. So seal your fate with just one plate. Brother, I ain't lying. It's good advice. Paradise is a spot that I'm pitching. So don't waste 1 minute, man. Get down to Rosie's kitchen. A main course, a hot sauce. Serve it up nice and tasty. A baked pie, a French fries. It's enough to drive you crazy. And when Fred with Rosie, well, Pete, how to meet in the kitchen with Rosie. Well, it's a Lou getting stew in the kitchen with Rosie. You get twitching, scratch your itching, do some cooking. Kitchen with Rosie.
This is Don from North Babylon. You're watching Long Island Blues Warehouse.
You could buy a new car if that suits your style. You could take a vacation on a tropical isle. You can search the whole world over, dig what you find, but you can't put a price on peace of mind. Peace of mind. Well, you could swear off drinking, stop eating red meat, give your money to charity, or some stranger on the street. You can join a 12-step program if you're so inclined, but you can't put a price on peace of mind. Oh no, peace of mind. No magic answer, there's no instant fix, there's no shopper home service, satisfy your itch. All the money in the world, but you still can't buy, 'cause you can't put a price on peace of mind. Alright, just follow your rapture right to its end. Try meditation, practices, and you'll see happiness is something that comes from inside, and you can't put a price on peace of mind. Say peace of mind. Oh man. There's no magic answer, there's no instant fix, there's no shopper home service, satisfy your itch. All the money in the world, but you still can't buy, 'cause you can't put a price on peace of mind. You'll see happiness is something that comes from inside, and you can't put a price on peace of mind. Yeah, peace of mind. Well, no, you can't put a price on peace of mind. Oh, you can't never do it, no, baby. Peace of mind. Yeah, well, you can't put a price on a peace of mind. Peace of mind. Oh no, you're never gonna. Peace of mind. You can't do it. You can't never do it. Can't do it with your peace of mind. I know, you know that you can't put a price on a peace of mind. Peace of mind. Oh, baby, love, but you love and you can't understand. Peace of mind. Happiness is something that comes from inside. Peace of mind. Can't do it. You can't never do it. What you can, but you can, but you peace of mind. Or try. Well, no, you can't put a price on one piece of mind. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This week's featured artist, Cadillac Moon. Nicely done, gentlemen. As always, nicely done. Mike Nugent.
Hey, Mark.
Good to see you again, my man.
Yeah.
Just saw you
Time.
just saw you a couple days ago.
Yep.
Did a nice. You and I were part of a nice little benefit for a friend of ours, Stevie Cochran.
It was nice to help
Great
out.
Long Island player that needed some help. Normally out first guy to help many people that need it. He needed some help, and
It's great when people do that.
I'm glad guys like you and I were available to help him out with that. So it was a nice little benefit. Always good to see you, man. Any excuse to see you play. There could be turtles racing, people taking bets. If you're there playing, I'm there.
All right. Okay.
So that's just my feelings on it, man. Let's talk about this amazing project, Cadillac Moon. You are the founding member of this project.
That was the best ride of my life.
Now, I know you did a lot of stuff before the Cadillac Moon days, a few things anyway, but let's talk about when this project began. Early, mid-'90s?
Early, because you came around '95, and I had it going, playing a bit around, just doing like showcase gigs.
New York City stuff?
Yeah, playing the originals, doing some recording. But then when this crew got together is when it really happened.
Now, great Long Island guys. How'd you find these guys to?
All my friends.
This was a long-standing. These were long-standing members for you for Cadillac Moon.
Yeah, this was.
But you had a different lineup before these guys.
Yeah, it was Sean Murray. Sean's on the first CD, and then Cliff used to sub for Sean, and then
Later became.
I was referred to once as the sub that never left. That's what Cliff was.
Good job on that, Cliff. Nicely done, my man.
And we had Victor Rice on bass and Sue Clyde playing keys and flute and vocal, and Tom Frioli.
That name sounds
playing
familiar.
violin, who was here with my band.
Okay.
And who am I forgetting? Henry Hayde, who went on to do The Piano Man on Broadway and stuff.
Okay, very cool.
Yeah.
Now, most of these guys on the stage were the core members shortly after that.
Once it took off, yeah.
Once it took off.
Yep.
You guys, like I said
Well,
earlier.
this is why it took off.
You ran that long-standing jam, as I mentioned, at the Arizona.
Right.
You guys had the biggest jam on Long Island at the time. Pretty cool. You guys had an opportunity to do a bit of a soundtrack in a relatively popular movie back in the 90s.
A scene in the movie, yep.
Devil's Advocate, Al Pacino, Keanu Reeves.
That's a ton of fun.
About 10 minutes into the beginning of the movie,
Yep.
there you guys are on stage doing the song you're going to end the show with tonight.
And you see Al wearing a paper bag T-shirt, which you talked about
The
before.
paper bag, that's right, that 70-plus piece band.
Purposely brought the most boring looking T-shirts I could, except for this one pink paper bag shirt, because they said, bring a bunch of stuff, we'll choose what you're going to wear. So I kind of tried to make that happen.
You cut off the sleeve, showing those muscular arms, if I remember right.
Oh, yeah, real muscular
You were
arms.
supporting the hair a little bit longer at the time, if I remember.
yeah, a lot
little
longer.
bit longer. You're a paper bagger as well, Mike.
Sure, man, sure.
How long have you been involved in the paper bag?
I think it's when was the first dueling James Brown? That was my first bag.
Are you kidding? I don't
How
know,
many?
1980.
He doesn't remember yesterday.
About eight. I think it's
1984.
like 18, 17, 18 years.
You've been in that long.
I think, yeah.
And Al, you're a long timer with the bag as well.
26 years.
No
something
kidding.
Like that, yeah.
I'm still a rookie, man. I'm just I'm just a guy that gets to go to the show and 3-4 years now. So I'm
Get beers for people. But
I still have that job.
Hopefully
Unfortunately,
this guy will be a rookie this year. I'm working on that. Yeah.
Guido's going to get him in there.
Yeah, I think so.
Mike Guido, the founder and creator of that project.
We need a 14th
I vaguely
keyboard
remember
player.
talking to Mike over dinner and far too much wine about him being in the bag.
Very
So
cool,
I'm gonna have
very
to go
cool.
back and
Very
double
nice.
check that, but yeah.
I got you. Just some tremendous talent, some great history with you guys. More tremendous contributors to what Long Island has to offer in terms of the live music scene. And you guys took a bit of a hiatus, about 10 years ago? Does that sound about right?
Well, this band.
Well, the Cadillac Moon project.
I left the band, but the Cadillac Moon continued on
Yeah, we did.
for 5-6 years after that.
After
right?
this unit, we did too much. Cliff and I kept it together.
You had a
We
female-
ran into this character.
I know
here.
you had Leslie, a female singer.
Right, and Mark. We did 2 CDs with Mark and Leslie and horn section and stuff.
Okay.
So I don't know how many years since. When did that? I'm bad with dates. I don't know.
We all are. What's the?
12 years ago, I left 9 years ago.
It's been 9 years ago for you?
Right.
Dave Noyes, about 9 years? Okay, all right, very cool. You guys all went on to do different things. Dave, let me grab you for a second, Dave.
Well, first, let me mention Mike Guido because I don't think he's gotten enough free advertising yet. Hi, Mike. How you doing?
He appreciates that. Why aren't you on the paper bag project? Speaking of,
my last paper bag was 2002, and I got old and needed to go to bed at 9:30. So it's just that simple.
I can appreciate.
I was
that.
getting up really early in the morning.
I can appreciate that.
Yeah, it was that simple. It was no hard feelings at all.
Let's talk about how you got involved in this project, Cadillac Moon, way back when. Who approached who? How did you become a member of this
I remember
project?
clearly. I was running a recording studio at the time. Mike was a client of mine. Yeah, he had me come in and do a couple of rehearsals. He didn't like what I did that much. This was in 92, 93. And I put a couple more years into woodshedding the bass, and I came back in 94, and he suddenly liked what I was doing. And I'm not going to give him credit for making me a good bass player, but he certainly helped.
So you are giving him some credit.
I'm giving him some credit, but you know, I want to keep that at a minimum.
I understand that. I understand that. And does he feel the same way about your contribution to this project?
I think so. I think so. That's why probably a main reason I'm here tonight.
I've always looked at you as the heart and soul of this project.
Well,
me personally.
I can't.
But then again,
I can't for the life of me understand why, but I appreciate the sentiment.
But also, what the hell do I know?
Yeah.
So it all works out.
Ditto on that. Yeah.
It all works out, guys. I love what you're about. I say we keep it moving. We got time. We got time to squeeze in. Hopefully, four or five more tunes. What are we doing next? No kidding. Yeah. Another serious, strong signature piece for you boys. Before you play the tune, who knows where the Long Island iced tea originally came from? Little Long Island trivia.
The Arizona Hotel.
Negative.
Okay.
That's
the first one I had.
The OBI in 1970, that drink was originated and invented. And you guys wrote this song back in the mid-90s?
Yeah, 98, 90, with the second CD.
It's become a very strong signature piece for you boys back in the early days. And I say we do it. You good to go?
Yeah. Let's go.
Once again on the Blues Warehouse, we're going to keep it moving. Cadillac Moon.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Puts herself together, you know she tears me all apart. She goes right to my head like a bullet through my heart. She looks so sweet and innocent, standing cool and tall, and she keeps me coming back for more, just to see me crawl. Oh, she's one shot temptation and 2 shots ecstasy. She's my Long Island iced tea. Well, she goes down easy and brings me to my knees. She's my Long Island iced tea. Well, girl, on a hot summer evening, you know she let the good time roll. I know when I find her, I lose my self-control. She's an angel, she's a devil, she's a voodoo vixen child. I may be hurting in the morning, but tonight I'm running wild. She's 1 shot temptation and 2 shots ecstasy. My Long Island iced tea. Well, she goes down easy says she's my Long Island, my Long Island. She's my Long Island iced tea, yeah.
Oh, yeah. This week's featured artist, Cadillac Moon. Nicely done, gentlemen. Al, you still got it, my man.
I was starting to cough in the middle of that one.
You just brought me back to 1995, man. I feel like we were just doing that at a thing at the Arizona, too.
You know, the songs that we wrote, it was so much fun to sing stuff that I made up, like, or we made up rather, but it fit. It was my own voice. I wasn't trying to sing Otis Redding or James Brown or trying to do stuff that was just ridiculously hard to sing. It's just singing stuff that I wrote for myself, So it was a lot of fun to be able to do that. It really was.
And collaborating with just tremendous players.
Absolutely.
You're as fortunate as these guys were to have access to you. That works two ways, man.
Well, I owed them all a lot of money, so I had to.
Still unpaid too, I might add.
Let me ask you a question. I mean, it's different for everybody. When you go to write songs, and a tremendous songwriter that you guys are, can you say on a Monday, guys, let's get together Thursday night after work and sit down and write some songs? Or is it something that influences, like Tattoo, you were able to write at the Arizona in a short period of time?
Right off the top of our heads.
It doesn't work that way always, does it?
Well, you know what? Well, part of the reason why this band was successful is we used to get together 4 days a week at Mike's house, and we'd sit around the kitchen table and write songs, or we'd go into the other room and rehearse. So 4 days a week, I guess we took Monday off, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday we were at Mike's house working on stuff. We also had another guy named Mike Deary who wrote some of the lyrics with us, and we would we would go through 2 weeks of changing the lyrics to a song before we got to something that we settled on. So it was a long process, but we took it quite seriously as far as putting a lot of hours into it.
Did you guys ever come up with makings of a song and maybe put it on the shelf for a period of time, maybe a few months or a year, and come back to it later and create something down the road? Has that ever?
Yeah, and sometimes there were songs that we never even, we'd start writing it and we decide
Scrap it and say
right,
you're not digging it. The vibe isn't happening.
Just to chime in on this, basically everything would start, someone would show up, walk through the door with a title. If we had a title, we were good to go.
In the Kitchen with Rosie was actually a title of a cookbook.
So you took that title and just ran with it, obviously. And
right. I forget, I think it was, by the way, Mark Mancini is not the original keyboard player. Rich Campbell is the original keyboard player. And Mark's doing a great job. Mark, you're doing a great job, man. But Rich is very, very, very busy right now, and he couldn't really commit to the reunion that we're doing here. But I think it was Rich who might have said, let's write a song called In the Kitchen with Rosie. And we always made it about girls and sex and, drinking and eating and,
Not the first musicians to tell that story.
Yes, right.
I'm sure you won't be the last. Let's have a quick hello to Rich Campbell. Rich Campbell being an original
hello,
keyboard
Rich.
When
Rich is doing really well.
When you guys did the Devil's Advocate movie, when you guys were a part of that, I know he kind of got the bug a little heavier than you guys and pursued the acting career a little bit.
Yes.
Hit TV show I just saw him in recently called Smash with American Idol contestant Catherine McPhee. A bar mitzvah band. He was the keyboard player in the in the scene.
I didn't even know that.
I think he had a talking scene in it too afterwards, I believe. But he's done a lot of small scenes in a lot of movies, and just another tremendous contributor to this project. After Rich Campbell came you, Mr. Mancini. Good to see you again, my man. Another tremendous contributor to music here on the island. You did our Parita show not too long ago.
That was tons of fun.
You're another big gun for hire here on the island in turn.
Oh, medium-sized.
I know your phone's always ringing. I know guys are always looking to.
I shut it off for the show, though.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Nice little comment you made earlier that should your phone ring, it'll be a piano piece, so it'll blend
typical.
in.
Wait till you hear my email address. But anyway.
I want to touch on some history with you real quick, Mark. Give me some background on you with the keys. You started as a young guy, didn't you?
5 years old, taking piano
At age
lessons.
5?
That's right.
What was the influence?
Really nothing. I mean, at that age, you don't know what you like. You don't know what's good.
Did parents say this is something you're going to do? Did you want to do it on your own?
My parents did it just to keep me off the street, which failed miserably.
That's definitely another story for another time, I think. When did you grow up? All right, so at age 5, you're starting this instrument. When did you get a passion for it?
Well, as a young teenager, you start to, I started to, like all of us, develop a passion for the music I liked. And eventually came around to the blues and formed a blues band with Tommy Keys, Tom Lippis.
Tommy Keys, sure.
And a couple other crazy characters. And we played high school dances and got thrown out of, church socials and all kinds of good stuff.
Thrown out, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
Good story. Tell it again. Good story. Good story. How did you get approached by Mike? When did you get approached?
Actually, what happened was George Lucas and I were sitting around one night, and he said, "Hey, there's a great blues jam in Bayville at the what was it? The
guy
Holiday
that used to run
which
Morel's,
is now
that George?
Yeah, which is now a hole in the ground. By the way, it's burned down." And so I went over there, and Mike was playing guitar, and Frank Ferrara and Leslie and Stu Woods was probably playing bass, and Cliff was on drums, and it gelled, and there it was.
The rest is history.
That's right.
Very nice, very nice. It's great to see you do your thing. You're all over the island with different projects.
That's right, that's right.
Now that they've got this reunion going on, I know there's some Cadillac Moon shows coming up, which we're going to plug shortly. You're going to stick it out with these guys?
As long as they want me, as long as they can tolerate me.
Very cool, very cool. Mark Mancini on the keys. It's good to see you.
Thanks, Mark.
Guys, let's keep it moving. What are we doing next?
This is called What's Right with This Picture.
You good to go? Once again on the Long Island Blues Warehouse, we must keep it moving with this week's featured artist, Cadillac Moon.
It's a moonlight walk along the beach, the one you love in your reach. The evening breeze, so cool and sweet. What's right with this picture? What's right with this picture? Just a quiet stroll by the sea. There's no place that I'd rather be, and there's no one else, just you and me. What's right with this picture? What's right with this picture? Hold me close now, darling. Whisper soft my name. We could keep this moment when I put it in a frame. Softer than the ocean mist, with passion deep in every kiss. Stars above and sweet, sweet bliss. What's right with this picture? What's right with this picture? on my name. If we could keep this moment, well, I'd put it in a frame, softer than the ocean mist, with a passion deep in every kiss. I said stars above and sweet, sweet bliss. What's right with this picture? What's right with this picture? I think I know what's right with this picture. Yeah, what's right with this picture? What's right with this picture? What's right with this picture? I think I know what's right with this picture. Yeah, what's right with this picture? Tell me what's right with this picture. What's right with this picture? Yeah, what's right with this picture? What's right with this picture?
Oh, yeah. This week's featured artist, Cadillac Moon. Nicely done as always, gentlemen. Cliff Hackford on the drums. Good to see you, my man.
Good to see you, Mark.
How you been, all right?
Good to be here. Yeah, man.
It's been too long, man. And
Yeah,
you
for a
look
long
just
time.
you look the same, man.
Yeah.
You guys are aging gracefully. I gotta tell you. I feel like we're in the 90s.
Yeah, I used to wear a wig. All that hair. Yeah.
You had hair? I don't remember that.
We don't remember much, but hopefully we remember the good stuff.
Only
right?
the good stuff. Only the good stuff.
Yeah,
Let's
man.
talk about some history with you real quick. Let's talk about when
Well,
you began on the
I
kit.
started playing the drums when I was very young and always wanted to be a drummer as long as I can remember. I moved into the city when I was 18, studied with Elvin Jones, played in a band with Henry Hirsch.
Okay.
Then I started playing a lot of reggae, and I backed up many reggae artists. I played in a band called Full Hand. I don't know if you remember that band. But
That name doesn't
Full
ring a
Hand,
bell.
then AK-47. I played a little with Vicky Sue Robinson. Then I started doing a lot of club dating and whatever. And I knew Mike off and on. He was playing with Stanton Anderson and the Sheiks and a few
Sure,
other things.
sure.
And it was a funny thing. Sean Murray was busy with Willie DeVille back in the 90s and playing in Europe a lot. So I was subbing, and that's how I got in Cadillac Moon around 95.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
When these boys took a hiatus, which was what, around 2000? Is that
Yeah,
the
well,
time?
Mike and I kept going.
That's what I wanted to ask you.
It's
I-
only
I
really
know-
recently, in the past couple of years, that we stopped doing it. About 2 years. Yeah, we
What'd
did
you
the
do on
band
that
with-
hiatus? Did you work on other projects?
Well, I've been very busy on the oldies scene. I
Okay.
see Steve here from EKO sometimes, backing up lots of artists. I also play the tabla. I play Indian classical drumming, and I do whatever gigs. I work as a freelance drummer, and I have a recording studio, parkhillrecording.com, and yeah, I just keep it busy. Playing as much as I can.
Good for you, my man. Good for you.
Yeah.
A tremendous contributor, man. Love what you do behind
Thank
the
you.
kit.
Thank you, man.
Definitely a guy that can exchange eights with the best of them. Keep
Yeah,
going strong,
thank-
man.
thank
Keep
you,
going
Mark.
strong.
Thanks, Mark.
Dave, let me grab you again if I can for a second. You had a studio?
Yeah, I operated Syntrax Sound Studio on Wall Street in Huntington
Oh, no kidding.
between 83 and 91.
What'd you do on the hiatus when before the band started the reunion?
Same as the other guys. Just try to keep playing little sub projects. I started teaching a lot. That's kind of my primary.
You're still doing that today?
career-
That's
That's
your main.
my primary career right now.
Got it.
I still write. I have a recording studio too. No website address yet.
All right.
I'll let you know.
Please do. Please do.
I compose. I just try to stay busy and out of trouble.
You're holding down the bottom end unbelievably. You're
Thank
just
you. I still practice this thing. I still practice as much as I can.
a strong force to be reckoned with, and we appreciate
you.
what you're all about, man. Great contributor to this project. Look forward to seeing a
Thank
lot
you.
more of you with these boys, with future things to come. Boys, we got time for two more. So I say we keep it moving. We'll do our goodbyes, and then you boys will play us out. What are we doing next?
You asked us about songwriting. This song is called Dirty Water, and it's about a trip that an ill-fated trip we took to Boston to play. And when we got there, the place that we were playing in had 3 feet of water in it. So we didn't get to play, obviously, but we did get to write this song instead.
You good to go?
Yes, called Dirty Water.
Long Island Blues Warehouse, Cadillac Moon.
Chasing dreams on the interstate with the night, good old bed, anything could happen. Well, the spirits high as the cloudy sky, we caravanned into town. It didn't take more than a cold lot of rain to shut this tea party down. Don't need no cream and sugar, 'cause it's alright. That dirty water, it's alright, alright. That dirty water, yeah, it's alright. That dirty water, oh, it's alright. That dirty water, that dirty water, that dirty water. Too late. Hope for a change in the weather. Sometimes all we do is go, turn around and come back home. It was 3 feet deep in the basement, didn't leave much doubt. We got the facts down at Ivory Jacks, and that's what that's all about. We are just out here looking for the land of milk and honey, but it's alright. That dirty water, it's alright. That dirty water, yeah, it's alright. That dirty water, it's alright. That dirty water, that dirty water, that dirty water. Well, they're never gonna put me down. Dirty water, I'm gonna get my feet back on dry ground. Dirty water, I might sink, but I won't drown, 'cause it's alright. That dirty water, yeah, it's alright. That dirty water, oh, it's my life. That dirty water, is alright, alright. That dirty water, it's alright, alright. That dirty water, oh, it's alright. That dirty water's alright, alright. That dirty water, yeah, that dirty water, no. That dirty water, that dirty water, that dirty water.
Oh, yeah. Nicely done, gentlemen. Nicely done indeed. We need to squeeze in some goodbyes before you boys play us out. We're going to start with the keys over here. If you get a nice shot of Mr. Mark Mancini. Mark, thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark, for having us. Thank you.
We got to thank Mike Nugent on guitar and vocals. Thank you, Mike. On the drum kit back there, Mr. Cliff Hackford.
Thank you, Mark. Yeah,
Good to
great
see you,
be here,
Cliff.
man.
Look
Great
forward
to
to
see
seeing
you.
you again soon. Over there on the bass, let's go ahead and thank Mr. Dave Noyes.
There you go. Thanks very much.
Good to see you
Pleasure
again,
be here.
Dave. Thank you so much, my man. Last but certainly not least, front vocals, Mr. Al Santoriello.
Had a lot of fun doing this, Mark. Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you so much, Al. I really appreciate you guys. It's been a while to get you boys together to do this. I'm glad we finally did it. For the Long Island Blues Warehouse, I'm Mark Klein. Every week, you're going to catch a new webisode right here at liblues.com. Always remember to check out EKO Studios, the official studio of the Long Island Blues Warehouse. So you can always check them out at ekoproductions.com. Gentlemen, you're going to play us out. I think I know what we're finishing with.
Absolutely.
One more time, please say goodbye to this week's featured artist, Cadillac Moon. Thank you, guys.
You should have never told me, baby. Well, you know, I wish, little girl, I wish that I never knew. 'Cause you see, I've got this vision in my mind. And lately I've been lying awake at night thinking about it. And baby, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I just don't know what to do. But you know, I found myself wondering. Baby, I've been wondering. Oh, if maybe there's something I could do for you. Is there something I could do for you that might make you want to do something for me? And baby, I just want you to do one thing for me. I said, please, show me your tattoo. Yeah, I'll take you out to dinner. Real romantic rendezvous. So I will. I'll buy you champagne, caviar, anything on the menu. Yeah, girl, and maybe for dessert you can show me your tattoo. I do your cooking and your laundry, clean your cold damn house for you. I'll wash your car, I'll do your windows, anything you want me to do. Yeah, and all I'm asking in return, girl, show me your tattoo. Oh, come on, baby, please. Tower, and I've seen the Taj Mahal. I've even been to China, and I've seen the that Great Wall. I've seen the Pacific Ocean and the Statue of Liberty. But baby, there's one thing that I still got to see, and I'm down here on my knees. Baby, I'm begging you. Well, now would you grant me just one wish? Show me your tattoo. Show me your tattoo. That's all I want, baby. Show me your tattoo. Yeah. Show me your tattoo. Please, baby, please. Show me your tattoo. one wish and show me your tattoo. Oh, come on, baby. Just show me your tattoo. Show me, show me, show me, baby. Show me your tattoo. You know, I'm from Missouri, little girl. Show me your tattoo. I want to see your tattoo, please. Show me your tattoo. Oh, please, baby, baby, please. Show me your tattoo. Yeah, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me, give it to me. Show me your tattoo. Well, just show me, show me, show me, show me your tattoo. Oh, you got to, show me your tattoo. Show me your tattoo. Baby, would you do one thing for me? Baby, would you do one thing for me? You know, I just wanna see. I just wanna see.